Good evening. I'm Byron Pitts in New York. We have breaking news this evening. New York Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury, according to sources familiar with the matter. Let's go straight to senior investigative correspondent Aaron Kontersky on the phone with the very latest. Aaron, what can you tell us?
Byron, we just heard a statement from Mayor Adams saying, "I always knew that if I stood my ground for New Yorkers, that I would be a target, and a target I became. If I am charged, I am innocent, and I will fight this with every ounce of my strength and spirit." A statement of defiance a moment ago from Mayor Adams to ABC News after word came that he has been indicted by a federal grand jury in New York. Byron, this follows a 10-month investigation into corruption. It began with an investigation into the mayor's fundraising from his 2021 campaign and whether his campaign took illegal foreign money, particularly from Turkey, in exchange for official favors by Eric Adams. And the investigation has more recently ballooned into a broader corruption inquiry involving some of his top deputy mayors and others in his inner circle.
Aaron, we all recall that months ago, I think, authorities seized his phone and members of his administration. Is this part of that investigation?
It is, and it was a highly provocative step back in November when federal agents stopped a vehicle outside an event where the mayor had been speaking. They asked his driver to step aside. Federal agents got in the car with him and at that point seized his electronic devices that were on his person. The mayor subsequently turned over other electronic devices. And in more recent weeks, the feds have raided the homes of two deputy mayors. They've seized the phone of the police commissioner, the schools chancellor, both of whom have resigned. It's not immediately clear whether anyone else has also been indicted along with the mayor, but a number of people in his top echelon of the administration had become subjects of the investigation.
Give us some context about this. These are federal charges against the sitting mayor of the largest city in the United States, New York City. How significant is this, and how deep will this go, do you think?
New York has a long and storied political history, some of it rife with corruption, Byron, but never before has a sitting mayor ever been charged with federal crimes. Mayors have been charged after they've left office, like Rudy Giuliani most recently, because of his entanglements with former President Trump. But a sitting mayor of New York has never been charged with a crime until now. Adams has stacked his administration with a number of loyalists, with people who he is known from his days as a police captain, a number of high-profile individuals, including his chief counsel, had advised him that perhaps he wanted to jettison some of those people, but he has always remained steadfast and loyal. He has said he has done nothing wrong, and he has known of no wrongdoing in the ranks of his administration. Federal prosecutors, Byron, clearly tonight disagree.
I mean, certainly we'll hear, along with the mayor, what these charges are tomorrow. But talk about Mayor Eric Adams. He was someone in the Democratic Party seen a few years ago just as a rising star, as you said, a longtime police officer in New York City. He walked the streets. He was a beat cop, rose to captain. And so many saw his ascension to mayor's office as this fast-moving star in the Democratic Party that all now seems at best in jeopardy, if not over.
Oh, he was touted as the new face of the Democratic Party, someone who could be tough on crime, but also sympathetic to many of the social issues that are many more liberal New Yorkers hold dear. And it was an interesting field from which he emerged. A number of those on the left he was able to defeat, arguing that they weren't going to be tough enough to deal with the city. And he faced a Republican opponent in a talk show host who never was able to garner enough public support. And he ran on a platform of getting stuff done. Of late, he has changed the way New Yorkers take out the trash by making a lot of garbage go out on the curb later so rats don't get to it. He's ordered businesses to get garbage cans with lids. And he has also tried to steer the city through the end of the pandemic, which has, I think, probably hurt his stated agenda a bit as the city, had to recover financially and also had to, deal with what had been a rise in crime.
An historic night in New York politics, Aaron, as you said. Aaron Katersky, thank you so very much. We now go back to ABC News Live Prime in progress.